What's up, y'all? It's your girl Diamond Amari, and I'm back with another video.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only go like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.
So today's topic is an everyday beat, light makeup, but still full coverage makeup. I have been scouring the whole entire YouTube looking for a tutorial like this. And guess what? There's not any. There hasn't been a video like this in at least 2 years across the girls' pages. All the girls that I used to watch on YouTube, nobody has made a video like this in over 2 years. So I took that as a sign to make a new video. So here it is. And if you want to see how to get a basic everyday beat, keep watching. Brows were done off camera because these babies need to be waxed terribly, so I had to do some surgery on them. Let me know down in the comments if y'all would like to see a brow tutorial though. And I never care what any other girlies say, my brows will always be done first before the base. I don't know how they do their makeup like that, but this is how I started doing my makeup. This is how I'm gonna keep doing my makeup. Brows first, always. Now we're moving on to the base. I desperately need some new primer. Desperately. But we're not gonna talk about it. Got the primer done. So now that we got the primer on, we're gonna start with our foundation. Since there's no foundation shades to fit my skin tone, I mix these two shades from e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow foundation. I think it's perfect for spring and winter makeup. It's light, but it can be full coverage too. And that's what we like down here in South Georgia. Y'all see that? This is gonna blend in perfectly. Got it all over the face. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. foundation brush and I'm gonna blend this in with the brush first, and then I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender.
When I think about you, I get in my feelings, yeah. I start reminiscing.
So now that we have the foundation all blended, we're gonna move on to highlighting, contouring, and putting blush on the face. So I like to put my highlight down first just so it has more time to sit. So I'm going in with this LA Girls Pro Concealer. Girl is a pro, like she say. She's been around for a long time, and I think she's gonna be in my makeup bag for a long time, girl. She's not leaving anytime soon. So I'm just gonna put that under my eye and then put it right here on my chin, on the forehead, down the bridge of my nose. I can never keep this in a straight line ever, no matter how hard I try. That'll do it. And a little bit on my cupid bow. And now we're moving on to the contour, and I go in with this Maybelline contour stick first. Well, it's really not just a contour stick, you really can use it for whatever, and it is kind of light to be a contour for me, but I mix it with a Neutrogena concealer and it turns out to be the perfect color. See, you just barely can see it, but I know what I'm talking about. Just trust the process. So now that I got that shade on, and I can't even lie and say that I use the same products every time I do my makeup, because I don't. So sometimes, most of the time, I use this concealer. Like I said, this is the Neutrogena concealer, but sometimes I use this e.l.f. Halo Glow contour stick. So how about, since this is a learning video, I show y'all both. So on the left side of my face, we'll do the Neutrogena one, and on the right side of my face, we'll do the e.l.f. Halo Glow Contour Stick. And they're not that different of a shade, so it shouldn't be that bad. So this is the Neutrogena, and now let's use the e.l.f. Halo Glow one. Let's blend them out. See how it's not too dark? I think this is a perfect shade. You can see it, but it's not too dark. Now for our right side. And I think now that I'm looking at it in the light, that this side, the contour is just slightly lighter than the other one, but we're gonna see. So just kidding, blend it out, it actually looks the exact same. Looks the exact same to me. Both products are great. I just grab whichever one I see first. Also, everything that I'm using except for the powder blush that I'm going to be using can be bought at your local Walmart. So now we are going to add some liquid blush. Guess what brand it is? e.l.f. This is the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush Stick. She's very pigmented, very. So I like to use 2 small dots on each side, and I like to keep my blush in the higher areas of my face right here. So that will do it for her, and you about to see exactly what I mean. Next, I like to use the e.l.f. Putty blush in this area of my face, but I put this on after I blend out this other pink shade, and I try to keep it just in this area. Do you see how pigmented she is, girl? And I smile so I can see where my cheeks go to make sure that I keep it in the areas that I want it in. And if you a makeup girly, then you know you have to make faces doing your makeup so that it turn out right. So now we're doing the same thing on this side, and now we're just gonna dip into this e.l.f. blush and just dip it right in there like that and put it right here in the front. So now that we have all of that done, we are going to blend out our concealer. I used to just do everything all at once, but I found that the makeup came out a lot cleaner and more seamless if you do the blush first and blend it out, and then you blend your highlight into it. It helps to tone the blush down a little bit, and it just looks more seamless. So I'm using my Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just gonna blend it out. And I start from the edges and then I work my way up. And make sure you blend out under your eye really good so that it doesn't crease. You see how it toned the blush down just a little bit? That's what I mean. So now you're just gonna blend it in the other places, and you want to try to keep it in the spot that you put it in. You don't want to spread it anywhere else. You want to keep the highlighted areas right where they are. So now that we have everything blended, I like to go in with this Neutrogena concealer. Very light, I know. And I'm just gonna put the smallest amount in the very inner corner under my eye because I like a bright under eye. Of course, if this isn't your style of makeup, you could always skip this step, whatever is your preference. And then I just let it sit for a little while. While this is sitting for just a second, I like to go and start adding my powders over the creams. So I like to do my contour powder first, just so I can see what I'm working with. And to do my bronzer and my contour, I use the NYX Buttermilk bronzer, also found at your local Walmart. And I think it's the perfect shade. I probably could go maybe a little darker, probably when summer is at its peak. I will have to go a little bit darker, but for right now, this is a perfect shade, because once upon a time your girl was losing her mind with the bronzer and the contour, and it was very dark for me, and I've just recently learned to tone it back a little bit. So basically everywhere that you laid cream product down, you're gonna go over it with your powders. So now that we're done with the bronzer, we're going to go in with this, our Maybelline Fit Me powder foundation. And I just take a big, fluffy brush. I don't even know where this came from, probably the dollar store, I don't know. I take just a little bit of it and just go over the rest of my face, because this is my shade. So there's that. And now I'm gonna take my Juvia's Place blush kit. This is a Juvia's Place blush duo in volume 4, my favorite. This is the only thing that you cannot get at your local Walmart. I got this from Ulta Beauty. I use both shades. I take this darker pink first in the highest points of my cheek, and then I take this light pink shade right here. So just like we did with the liquid blush. And just like the liquid blush, Sister is very pigmented, so you want to take just a little bit and like build up to the coverage that you want. So that is enough for everyday wear. Hold on, y'all, let's see what's going on outside, because I'm nosy. I don't know, somebody out there in a big old work truck, I don't know. So now we're gonna take this pinky shade right here, same on this side. And don't freak out because we got powder right here and then we still have to blend this. There is a method to my madness. Now we are going to blend this out. And you see how it's not too much? Very cutesy, very demure, voila. My man's supposed to be at his mom with him house mowing the grass, and he started blowing up my phone to turn his game on. Boy, I'm busy, I'm spending time with the girls. So now that we got that done, we need to set so our under eyes don't crease. So I'm going in with this Wet n Wild loose setting powder, which also can be found at Walmart. And I'm taking one of these pink powder puffs. I got these in a 16 pack from TJ Maxx. So the key with setting powder is you want to put some on your powder puff and then pat it on your hand to warm the product up before you put it on your skin. So I pat this in. I don't bake, I pat it in because, like I said, I'm trying to avoid creasing. So now you're gonna do the other side. Let me see you do it. And now you're just gonna do that with all the areas that you've highlighted. And don't get scared with this part. Just trust the process. So you're gonna do the same thing. Dip, pat on your hand, and then put it on your face. So like I was saying, don't freak out about this, because guess what? All you have to do is apply more blush. Just a tad. Get rid of the white cast. And boom, there you go. I'm also going to go in with just the tiniest bit of bronzer to balance everything out. And now I'm gonna contour my nose. So I'm taking that, going down my nose with it. And I'm taking that up into my eyebrows too. Y'all remember the times that this was non-existent unless you were a professional anyway. Nose done. Now we are moving on to eyeshadow. And by eyeshadow, I just mean bronzer. So I'm taking that and putting it all over the lid like so. And then I'm gonna take one of these brushes. I got these from TikTok Shop. And now I'm taking my Invite Only LA Colors eyeshadow palette. And I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's a little bit darker than my bronzer. And put it in the crease right here, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And now, pay attention, because we are ever so slightly going to pick up a dab of this color and put it in the crease as well. And I'm just dabbing it on there, just barely, like that. And that's it. And then I'm gonna take this highlighter brush that came from Walmart years ago and take a little bit of highlighter and put it right here under the brow. Same for the other side. And nose. I like to take my beauty blender and just blend everything together. Last step, mascara and lashes. So I'm gonna do those off camera and I'll be right back. Lashes are done. Now I'm going to take this crayon eyeliner and line my eyes with it. Now I'm going to take this CoverGirl mascara and hit the bottom lashes with it. Mascara on. And the look is basically done except for our lips and just adding your own personal touch. Me personally, I like to go back in and add some of my freckles and beauty marks that got covered up. And I don't necessarily put them all the time exactly where they were. I mix it up a little bit. Like so. Nothing too crazy. And lip combo is also nothing too crazy. I'm just taking this brown lip liner and this Maybelline Lifter Gloss, pink, and it has a little bit of glitter in it. I'll blend this out first and then I put this on top. And that's it. That's your completed look. Let me show y'all what it looks like with the hair down and a couple different light settings. So, are we loving her? Very cute. Get into the details. Very smooth, very buttery base. It just takes practice in this video to learn how to do this. So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you watched this far, leave me a purple heart in the comments if you learned something from this video. Bye.
You only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.